All right, guys, I wanted to hop on here quick today, share with you a lesson that I learned recently. Um, and that lesson applies to the dangers of routine. Okay. So, to start off, I'm a very structure oriented guy. Some would say extremely structure oriented. Everything I do is a routine. I wear the same outfit every day, I eat the same meals every day. I have the same morning routine, the same night routine. Every day is very similar for me. And that's what I draw strength from. That's the system that works for me. And that's how I'm able to build consistency while I'm chasing things down. I cut out any unnecessary thinking that I need to do so I can focus all my resources on the goal. Now, what I wanted to get into is the traps that you can fall into when relying so heavily on routines and structure. Because as we all know, routines are very prevalent in the success framework that is preached by, the guys at the top, right? So let me break it down for you. Let's say you're building a business, you're working on something, a project, personal goals, whatever it is, and you have your routines going and everything is good, okay? But let's say you typically every day you're in bed by 9 p.m. Okay, that's your routine. That's 9 to 10 p.m. That's your routine. It works for you. That way you can get 8 hours of sleep, get up early, or whatever the fuck. But you're in a routine. But it's 8 p.m. and you suddenly have an idea or you find the solution that you've been looking for to one of your problems, right? And now you have an opportunity to sit down and really focus while you're rolling, while you're gaining that momentum in your mind, to really bring that idea to light and break it down and investigate further on that. But being a structure oriented person, it's going to fuck with your routine because you don't want to commit to diving into this idea or this solution at this time because you're supposed to be in bed by 9 o'clock. You're usually in bed by this time. So you're hesitant. So you say, well, I need to keep my routine. I'll deal with this tomorrow. I'll write it down on a piece of paper, and I'll investigate further tomorrow. And that's fine if that works for you. But what I've found is when you do have that idea or that solution, or that epiphany, if you want to call it, pop into your mind, it is absolutely critical that you deep dive into that as soon as possible while it's fresh in your mind, while you have that momentum going. Because what happens is you might have something written down, a vague outline of this idea, but it's not fresh in your mind. So you can't roll with that momentum that you built. And obviously, whatever state you're in when that idea came to you is a creative state. It's a solution based state. So you want to roll with that because who knows how you're going to wake up tomorrow. You might feel like shit tomorrow. You might be groggy tomorrow. Something's different. You have to handle distractions tomorrow. So deal with it right now. So you need to build the skill of knowing when to break the routine. Now, this isn't when, your buddy wants to watch the football game, so you go and stay up till 11 o'clock and break your routine and booze because you say, well, Jay said I can break my routine. No, this needs to be highly intentional. You need to say, is this worth breaking my routine? And you only break your routine, and this goes for everything. You only break the routine that you committed to for something that provides massive value, such as a new idea, a solution to a problem, even a person that could potentially provide massive value to you. Those are the only times you intentionally break that routine and you roll with it because the pros outweigh the cons. Because the last thing you want to do is lose your creative edge or your entrepreneurial spirit, which ironically are polar opposites of routine. Those things, those elements of your personality can't be fit into a structure or routine. So when those traits present themselves, you need to just embrace it and roll with it until you gain some real clarity on whatever project that you're addressing at the time. Now, the interesting thing is this applies to business as well. And you'll see it a lot of times with large business become very structured. And you could describe them as bureaucratic, okay, where everything goes through a system. It's the systems and processes are in place. They're always to be followed. You go up the chain of command, and it takes forever to get things done. And these companies, as they grow, they lose their flexibility and they lose their agility to adjust to the market quick, make quick decisions, implement new changes. Things start taking a long time because of the bureaucracy or the structure or the routine that these companies have now implemented to maintain order across a large amount of individuals. And that can become a weakness just as much as a strength. Because sometimes what you'll see is a large company starts losing market share to some startup that has very little resources in comparison. But what that startup has is the entrepreneurial spirit, the creativity, the agility, and the flexibility to make changes quick, on the go, implement, try new things. They don't need to go to a board of directors to make a decision. It's fast. It's crazy when you see them start chipping away at the market share of a large entrenched company that should have been completely out of reach for this startup. But that large company has lost that ability to move on the fly. Same way you as an individual can lose that ability if you're too reliant on your routine. So, to conclude this lesson, have your routines. They're very important. Structure is a man's best friend. Routines build structure. Structure builds consistency, and consistency provides results. But you have to know when it's okay to break that structure and jump out of that routine. Be flexible and be agile so you can change as the market demands. Or you can make it quick, or you can hop on an idea that came to you at 10 p.m. at night or 2 a.m. at night and you're laying in bed. If you're laying in bed and it's 2 a.m. and you suddenly have that idea that you've been waiting for or that solution that you've been waiting for, get up and work on it. Go all in on it. Fuck the sleep. You can make up for the sleep. Right? That's what your routine's for. You'll make up for it. Do not lose your creative edge. Do not lose your entrepreneurial spirit. And do not become a slave to that structure and to your routines. That's all I got today, guys. I hope this helps somebody. I know it will. It helped me. I learned this lesson like 2 weeks ago. Because I was sitting in this office at 9 o'clock at night and I had an idea. It popped in my mind, guys, dude, I got to run home so I can get to bed at a time so I can wake up early enough so I could be at the gym. And I said, fuck it, let me roll with this idea. And that idea actually solved the problem because I dove into it right then when my mind was fresh. So good luck, guys. I'll see you next time.